Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Nicole here from A Pretty Charmed Life. In today's video, I'm going to do a haul video and somewhat how I designed video with the charms that I got during the most recent Pandora 50% off sale. Now, I took advantage of this sale 3 times. I'll kind of go through what my first haul was and then how the other ones came about. So starting with the first one, and again, most of those charms are already on a design. If you listen to our podcast, Charm Chat Podcast, then you will know that my number one thing was this birthday candle. And the thing I love about some of the more two-tone things that Pandora has been doing is it isn't plated, it's 14 karat gold, and that's just like classic Pandora. So I had gotten this charm from my cousin for her birthday, and I was like, this is a really cute charm and I want one. So it's not my birthday, but hey, 50% off is the perfect time to get them. So this has a little tag that says make a wish with a little heart on there. Here you can see the candle and the wax starting to melt. Obviously the flame is the two-tone part. And then the back of this charm just has a cute little heart. So this was my number one. I knew it was going to be go to the store first thing and get this. The other item that's also on this bracelet is I only had one of these Muranos. And I don't know why I only had one. They were probably pricey at the time. They have the Pandora Rose Core, and I just am so silly because I always buy my Muranos in pairs, but I didn't. And so this time I got a second one. I don't know which one's the new one, but yeah, you get the idea. I definitely needed a pair. And then back to the whole two-tone idea, this crown, I feel like I have enough crowns, but for 50% off, couldn't pass this one up. And there's just so much like gold on this one. Angie from Daily Charm Addict brought it up on our podcast that she really wanted this. And I was like, I need to take a closer look. And FOMO got the best of me. I like the little gold stamp right there. And I definitely took this. Secondly, the bracelet itself was on the 50% off selected items. And I love this open bangle because it has that snake chainy looking. It's not like solid. It's just kind of, you see that like snake chain detail on there. They had the regular one and the Pandora Rose one. I already had the Pandora Rose one, so I got this one. And here's my design I put together. This heart was not part of the sale, but I just thought it went perfectly with this design. Also, on that first trip to the store, I knew I wanted this little word bubble, chat bubble, whatever you want to call it, because I needed it to represent our podcast. And so I got it engraved with Charm Chat. You can see it right there. If anybody knows how to make that engraving part darker, let me know. Leave me a note in the comments. I'd love to figure that out. Kind of like, I want it to get oxidized in there. So one side says Charm Chat, and the other side says, in very small writing, stay charming, and then there's a little heart right there. These are really fun. I gifted one to the girls, Angie and Rita, in celebration for the launch of our podcast. And I believe that is everything from my original store sale items. So now we'll have to go to what I got online. Okay, so full disclosure, I went online just to get this little guy. He's a little beaver and he has a little maple leaf. I'm pretty sure it's very Canadian. And I wanted it to represent all my friends in Canada, but more specifically my podcast buddies, because they're from Canada, I'm from the US, so I just kind of wanted something on this little design that kind of represented where they were from. So he was only available online for me. And obviously I needed free shipping, so of course I bought more stuff. I went well over the limit for shipping, but here's this cute little beaver. He's adorable. He's got some little detail on the tail. Love him. And then here we have a heart dangle. It says home is where the heart is. Kind of slant it so the light isn't shining on so you can see it. And it's got a little house with a little kind of like cerise colored CZ on there. Thin bail. And I love this. I just love this. But I have a ton of house charms, so I hadn't gotten it. But again, 50% off, you guys. This is when you get the things that you're like, maybe I don't need it. Look at the back. The back is adorable because out of the chimneys, like that little heart design. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. That's probably my favorite detail on this entire charm. So picked this one up online. I am a huge fan of the cabochons, and so I have a pair of the green ones, a pair of the pink with Pandora rose, I have one blue, and then I feel like I needed one of these. I probably should have gotten a pair. I don't know, but I just got one. I just love this like smooth cabochon-y surface and the little sparkles on the side. Actually matches really well with that little home is where the heart is. So who knows what I'll do with this, but I had to pick up one of these. Then there's this star dangle one that has like the 2 discs. You're gonna have one with like faceted glass right there. I don't know if it's glass or CZ. And then you have the stars on the bottom. This actually stood out to me when it first came out, but I have so many stars. I was like, do I really need it? And you know, I'm trying to be responsible, and I'm like, no, you don't really need it. So I didn't get it, but I did now. So there we go. Added to my star collection. And then the other thing I completely overlooked, and had I thought of it, I just wasn't looking at the ring trays. This would have been one of my first pick items too at the store, because I love this little dome heart thing. I have the bracelet, the charm, the necklace. So I guess I'm just now missing the earrings, but I did get this little charm. I mean, little ring. Oh, it has the little stamp back there, if you can tell. Very cool. There we go. That was my second order. And then you guys, I was done. I was like, I'm so happy with what I got. And then do you guys ever go back to the website and just kind of take another like browse? Like, is there anything I missed? These, when they first came out, I really liked the stock photo because they looked like a pretty deep purple. And I just love the matte finish. Like, I just think matte finishes are so beautiful. And I saw them in real life and I was like, those look black, which is fine. I have black Muranos. I love black. It's one of my favorite colors, but it wasn't purple enough, so I passed. And then, you know, I was content with that. Then you start seeing people design with them and I'm like, okay, all right. They've got like really good potential. And depending on the lighting is, like, they can look a little bit more purpley, but just very eggplanty to me. And it's just haunting me. I'm like, do I pass these up? I don't know, or like what, $16, $17 or something like that. And I was like, that is so silly to not get them for that price. Like, just get them or you will regret it and whatnot. So these have the Pandora Rose core. And then again, it's like a deep purple. I like to call them eggplant because it's basically very eggplanty color. And as you can see, I was kind of surprised that the finish is like kind of frost. I don't know. They could be done better, but I'm not sad about them. And then I went ahead and picked up these matte links. They were only like 15 bucks and they go on the Pandora Me. I love these, but I kind of already have like a matte black X jewelry bracelet. So like, I don't necessarily need that. But then again, for $15, this is the time that you stock up on things that you may want or may need sometime in the future. But this didn't get me to free shipping, so I had to get one more thing. I ended up picking the Star Wars logo. I love Star Wars. I love Galaxy's Edge. I love all the spin-off stuff from Star Wars. And I actually was gifted the Shine one from Dora back when Star Wars first launched. It was just so nice and generous of her. And I love, love, love that. And I picked the Shine one because the clasp already has this silver one, so I never needed the silver one. I still don't need this silver one, but again, I wanted free shipping, and so I was like, you know what, this is retiring, let's just get this one, even though, you know, I already have several things that kind of look like this, but again, that's okay. So now I have this logo one too. I actually forgot one thing. So another thing I got in that second online order is, so we're trying to build like a podcasty themed bracelet. And when I saw the comedy and tragedy button charm, I was like, I feel like this can go with that because we laugh a lot. And that was originally like the thing. And I was telling the girls, and I think Rita was like, but like the tragedy part doesn't really go with it. And I was like, sometimes it's a tragedy on our wallets. And we laughed, and yeah, it just makes sense to be on this bracelet. So this is the comedy and tragedy charm. Got a little CZ there. And then Rita noted that like this little rope heart detail totally reminds us of a recent bead mail charm that we also felt was very podcasty. So it just ended up coming full circle and made perfect sense. So there you go. Sneak peek at my podcast bracelet, guys. Anyway, so that is everything. And again, some of my designs that I got from the 50% off sale. Pandora's 50% off sale is my all-time favorite sale to take advantage of because 50% off is pretty significant. The only thing I ever see better than that is Rue La La, and there's just no guarantee that any of these are going to actually make it to Rue La La. So if there's something that I need, definitely going to grab it during the sale. Let me know in the comments below if you took advantage of the sale, or is there anything that you missed out on? Because I know some things sold out really, really fast. Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all next time.